Okay, the star. The star is the major arcana. It's kind of when there's been a shift in life, a shift in perspective. You have the aha card or the epiphany card. So it looks like you have been gifting and gifting and gifting to other Sagittarius. And now it's time to make you the star. So turn some of that love and that energy towards you and towards your endeavors, your projects. This big star here is lighting up, so it looks like there's a project coming in or an idea that you're trying to manifest into the physical plane. In order for that to happen, you must give it some attention, so you need to give you some attention as well. But as it's depicted in the star, the woman is pouring out all her nurturing energy into other bodies of water, into other things. And now it's time to turn some of that lovely, productive, loving energy on yourself. So focus on yourself and make you the star of your play. It will enable you to bring some of these great ideas into the manifesting position of the earthly plane. So it looks like some things you've been thinking about for a long time, just kind of hanging out. Now's the time to bring them in, manifest them into the physical plane, and really give them and yourself the attention that you deserve. So what crosses you is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups, cups can be children, young people, someone under 18. So making some changes may cause a little rift in the people that you caretake. Pulling back your energy and giving to yourself first usually makes our children and the people who are dependent on us go a little nutsy cuckoo, but it's time. So that may be the challenge for you. Pages are also messages. Cups are emotions. So cups can be messages of love, engagement, a wedding, or just taking an emotional risk. So sweet Sag, it may be time to take an emotional risk for you, or you may get messages of love. So the Queen of Wands is above. That is you. Or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I should say it can be you. But this is feeling more of the same for the star. It's time to put your priorities, your wishes, your dreams, your desires to the forefront. It looks like caretaking, parenting, these things you've given your energy to for many years, and now it's time to refocus on you and all the projects that you've kind of put on the back burner for other people's things, other people's wishes. So it's time to make you and your dreams a priority. Queen of Wands is also motion and fire, and so it's time to light a fire. Time to light a fire under your tuchus, dear Sagittarius, and move some of that energy around on a physical level. Take all those thoughts from the head space and move them into the physical plane where they can manifest and better your life. So it does look like you have been thinking about doing this, planting some seeds, and this is kind of like the validation that yes, you are planting your seeds, you're thinking about it, thinking which way would work for you. This orange is lighting up for me tremendously. Her cloak is lighting up for me. So many of you Sagittarius may have had health issues over the winter, but now it looks like the healing is happening. And, if it's something that you've been fighting for a while, or a lifelong disability, it looks like you got some answers to this so you can heal a little bit. And move forward into your greatness. But it does look like it's time to plant all those beautiful ideas and see what grows. Simplify your life a little bit. Remove some of the clutter, whether it's on the physical plane or whether it's mental clutter, and just make life a little easier and a little less complex for yourself as you're starting on your new endeavors. The main card here is a 2, and 2s pretty much are for balance. This 2 is when you're feeling a little defensive, Swords can be a little cutting, a little biting type of words things, but it does feel like you're defending yourself, you're protecting yourself, but it also looks like there's something here that you're not looking at. Maybe something that you see that you're minimizing. So really take a hard look at the behaviors that's around you, the dynamics that you'd like to change, and really take a look at it for what it is, not what you want it to be or ignoring it. So this is one of pulling off the blinders. And part of finding the balance in life is really looking at things honestly, which it looks like you're ready to do. This may have to do with a work relationship. This may have to do with a love relationship or even a parent-child relationship. But things are changing. And it's time to put that creative energy, all that loving, nurturing that you have, Sagittarius, and give it to you. It looks like you've been giving it away for quite a while. And also with trying to find this balance that you're super protective of your heart, you're super protective and kind of on the defense. So if you can neutralize that, speak with whomever you need to speak to with love and compassion, with compromise in mind, that will serve you much better than the defensive kind of not looking at things. But that is moving out of your space. It is in this present time, but it is moving out. The Ace of Wands is here. It is what I like to call the God cards. That's when we're solidly on our karmic path. We're moving things, we're changing. And I've noticed a lot of folks have the aces in the forward position or in the future position. So all those things you've been thinking about for months and months, now it's time to take flight. Now it's time to add action to those thoughts and manifest them into the physical plane from the spiritual plane. It does look like that you have been rearranging things, that you have been releasing things, could be even releasing friendships that don't serve you. But now is the time to clean out things that do not serve us anymore. And Sagittarius, you've got lots of fire happening here, which is your element. So I would suggest and encourage you to start that motion now because it's happening. Take the reins and direct it the way that you want it to go. The Ace of Wands is very solid here. It sparks new ideas, new motions, creating your dreams that have been kind of hanging in the background. And it's also taking a step into your wisdom and taking a step into kind of the calmness of being a spiritual being. Not necessarily religious, but more at peace in your heart. When you speak the hard words, when you resolve the issues that have been outstanding, you do come to a place of kind of bliss, joy, acceptance, and understanding. So that's kind of what you're working towards. You do have the aha card here, so it does feel like you have had some epiphanies over the last month and how things would work more advantageous for you, your partner, your family dynamics. And here's the family dynamics card. It is a 10 of Cups. This is one of my favorite cards. It's joyful. It's blissful. The family unit is working as a team and things are working smoothly. It feels like it went from kind of a clashing energy in the last couple of months to really one of acceptance. And with your aha moment, you've lightened up on yourself as well as others. So things have been moving smoother and it does look like there's compassion, there's cooperation. So this is kind of a blissful card. It's when things are moving smoothly, when you finished all those household projects and things are coming to, the working part is coming to an end, and now you can enjoy the fruits of all that labor that you've done over the last couple of months. The Queen of Swords is here. Now the Queen usually is an exalted person. It can mean someone over 40. They don't necessarily have to be exalted, just have life experience. And the Queen can stand for communication that maybe is a little bit biting, neediness, And so there may be a friend or relative that is kind of draining you. This is an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. This could be someone, it really does feel like someone putting some undue demands on you that are really not necessary. So that may be where you need to step up and communicate, even though you don't want to. So that is right there in the next position of your hopes and dreams. So it may not be, as big as a confrontation. It may just be opening a discussion about what you are able to give them and what you are not. But it does look like some undue restraints on you placed by an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, kind of tugging on you and really pulling you in a direction that you are not comfortable with. So speak up, Sagittarius. You don't always have to be the neutral one, and it's okay if someone's kind of pooping on your parade. It's okay to say, hey, I don't accept that. I love you, but I'm not doing this. So that looks like the discussion that needs to happen for it to change. The next one is the 9. The 9 of Wands. Wands are motion. That can be projects. That can be sorting through things. And it does look like you have some organizational cards here. So prioritizing tasks. It may be going through your closets and getting rid of things that you'll never wear again, that don't serve a purpose, that you'll never fit into. But it does look like you have been really examining your life from the beginning up to now and seeing what behaviors, what friends, what clothes, what furniture serves you and what doesn't. And it really looks like you're doing a clean sweep of your life. And that means also friends who haven't really been friends, letting go of some of them as well. Or even reconnecting with friends that are very dear to the heart and that are really nurturing that you have not connected with in quite a while. So it may mean just reconnecting with them, but you're prioritizing, you're releasing things that no longer serve. You're doing a lot of physical healing. This orange is lighting up in many of these cards, orange here, orange there, orange. So you are doing some healing work, and it feels like it's on the physical level. So if you've had, an ongoing medical issue, it looks like you're going to have some answers or find a medication that works better. Or, it could be as easy as finding out what foods to eat that help your digestion or help your skin. So it looks like you have committed to a better way of living by prioritizing things in your life and making you the star of your play. So continue releasing the things that aren't necessary, but you're almost at the end of that phase because the 10 here, the happy family is here. This is a 9. So you're almost done with putting things in their rightful place and releasing things that don't work for you anymore. The Hermit is here. That is also a 9. So you're right on the precipice of really making these lifelong changes real. Here's a 9. So 9 is kind of the theme. You're almost there. Don't give up before the miracle, Sagittarius. Keep going. And the Hermit is a kind of a lone card. It's a time to gather your thoughts and to get rid of all the clatter and other people's opinion. It's very different than the 4 of Pentacles. And the 4 of Pentacles is also an isolation card. This is an isolation card in a different way. The 4 of Pentacles is kind of when you extricate yourself from the world or hide in a cave or hide from something and not really wanting to interact and deal with things. Whereas the Hermit is just going into yourself and looking for the light and kind of releasing the things that don't work for you, really paying attention to what Spirit wants. And for those of you that don't have a connection with God, it's just going into yourself and really finding out what works for you, what doesn't, and just kind of getting rid of everybody else's opinion so you can make some decisions. What is on the left of this is the Seven of Wands. This is kind of a tumultuous time. You may feel like you're a little backed in the corner. I'm feeling that this may have something to do with the Queen of Swords. This could be a boss. This could be a parent. This could be a friend that's kind of putting it down to you and kind of in a demanding way that you're not feeling comfortable. So if you do feel backed in the corner over a situation, it's time to speak up and let them know what you are willing to do and what you're not willing to do. This is a big step in your growth. This is a big step in you speaking your truth. It looks like traditionally or historically you have not spoken your truth and held a resentment, which looks like has created either dis-ease, upset stomach, headaches, things like that. When you swallow your words and do things that are not in line with your growth or your happiness, then we do build resentment. But it looks like this is the end of that for you. So this may be a challenge, but I encourage you to walk through it anyway. And it looks like it's a long time coming. So it's time to put your foot down and let people know what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do. And just because you've always done it to appease them doesn't mean you have to do it all of your life. Speak your truth. Live a little less complicated life, and it's time to please yourself first. So that is on one side. The other side is the Hangman, and this is like the Epiphany card. This is like when you get it. When you've been doing the same thing over and over and it's not working, and all of a sudden you go, aha, let me try it this way. And everything changes. It is still the same life that you have. You have chosen to deal with something differently. And that's what the Hangman card is. The best analogy for it is if you're playing chess or checkers. And say you're the red men and you're halfway through the game and your partner turns that board around and all of a sudden you are working with the black men. It's the same game, but it looks completely different to you. And that's kind of what's happening with you with the Hangman. And so you're almost there. You're almost there. You got all these nines. So you're almost to the point where there's going to be a big shift. It will relieve you of a lot of the responsibilities that really weren't yours in the first place. Things that you took on, or appeasements to parents, appeasements to children, things that really aren't in line with you anymore, and they are perfectly capable of handling those responsibilities themselves. So it's not like you're passing off anything, you're just giving back to the people that, giving them back the responsibility that was theirs in the first place. So that is your general reading for the month of June, Sagittarius. I'm going to throw a couple clarity cards. These are Doreen Virtue angel cards. I don't use them very much because they're so big and hard to shuffle. So 6 of water. And let's see what else is here. Oh, that one wants to come out. All right. So we have the King of Fire and the 6 of Water, which is kind of a duplicitous thing, fire and water. So let's see what it says. Memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding your children, romanticizing the past. So now it's time to really take a look at how it is so you can change it. Release some of those responsibilities if you have grown children that you are over helpfulitis with. Let them fall, let them sink or swim. They will learn a little better. Same things with parents that you're trying to appease, friends that you're trying to appease. That just doesn't work. So let some of that history and your childhood issues go so you can walk into your greatness into the future. The King of Fire, that says motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. So focus, 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 communicate with vision, and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. So don't be afraid to ask for advice on how to make these changes, but communication is your main key to making these changes with love and compassion. But it's no more buckling, no more putting yourself in the back burner for other people's demands.